This is giving you an option to call the chief.
Sir, just
That might go good. That was good.
why does Mr. Netanyahu need a come to Jesus meeting? What are you hoping to achieve
I didn't say that in the speech.
after this? What about after this meeting?
You guys eavesdropping on things.
But does that show your level of frustration with him on humanitarian aid? Does he need to be doing more?
Yes, he does.
On October 7th, President Biden said, "My administration's support for Israel's security is rock solid and unwavering." That is not true anymore, correct?
No, it is true. Still true today.
How is his support unwavering, but you're also reconsidering policy choices?
Both can be true.
They cannot be true. They're completely different things.
No. I'm sorry.
He is wavering.
No, come on.
How is
Peter.
he not wavering?
Come on now. As I said, and as it says in that readout, we made clear, and he made it clear to the Prime Minister in his call, that our support for Israel's self-defense remains ironclad. They face a range of threats, and the United States isn't going to walk away from helping Israel defend itself. That said, you can say all that, and you can act on that, and you can believe that, and the president does, and still believe that the manner in which they're defending themselves against the Hamas threat needs to change. And that is the conversation that we had today. But both things are true. Our support is ironclad and consistent. It's not going to stop. It's not going to waver. But will there perhaps be some policy changes we might have to make if we don't see policy changes out of Israel? Yes.
How is that unwavering? It sounds like you guys are trying to have it both ways here.
No, I don't know that I can.
Israel, but we are going to make all these changes because we don't support Israel.
I didn't say we're going to make changes. I said we need to see how Israel responds to the humanitarian crises in Gaza and how they respond to the protection of aid workers. I think we can all agree. I think you would agree. You don't want to see innocent civilians killed or targeted, do you? You don't want to see Gazans starve. You don't want to see famine in Gaza, do you?
Wants
Of course
to see
not.
That, but you're the policymaker and you're talking about policy changes. That is not what you were talking about on October 7th.
Because
when
things
it was
have...
solid and unwavering.
On October 7th, there wasn't near famine in Gaza. On October 7th, there wasn't a diminution of trucks getting into Gaza. On October 7th, we didn't see thousands and thousands of innocent people killed. I mean, I could go on and on. We're talking about a conflict now which is dang near at 6 months here. This weekend, 6 months. And it has changed over time. And what the president's message today was, we need to see some changes in the way Israel is dealing with that threat. That's what two good friends and allies can discuss. This isn't about changing our support to Israel or the security of the Israeli state. And I just have to take issue with the premise of the question.
Okay, just the last one then. Where is President Biden on any of this? When he wants to talk about how angry he is or frustrated he is about the high cost of insulin, he comes out and gives an impassioned speech. Where is he on any of this?
He's been talking about this. He's been issuing statements on this.
In private?
No, that statement, last I looked, was public.
Right? But where is he? Why isn't he here right now?
I'm sure you'll continue to hear from the president about this and many other national security issues.
All right, we gotta wrap it up. Go ahead.
President Biden says he's outraged by this attack, but why isn't he expressing that on camera directly to the American people?
Well, he has opportunities to talk to the press all the time, and he'll continue to do that. I think you'll continue to hear directly from the president in various forms.
As you know, the president still hasn't spoken about this latest Israeli strike. He hasn't done that on camera. He has said very little, in fact, about his own frustrations with Prime Minister Netanyahu in public. When do you think the president will start to speak in front of the American people about these concerns?
Well, I don't have anything on the calendar to speak to in terms of a press conference or an interview specifically about these events.
I guess I wanted to just clean up something that you've spoken to today. Would you categorize the conversation with Netanyahu that we've been told about all day long? Was it an ultimatum? Did we deliver an ultimatum to him?
No, I mean, look,
was it a shot across the bow?
It was a direct conversation. It was an honest conversation. It lasted 30 minutes, as you heard from my colleague. And we have said this many times before. You've heard this from us. You've heard this from the president himself. The prime minister and this president have known each other for decades. And because they have known each other for some time, they have been able to have a direct and honest conversation. And so after what we saw, especially with seven lives taken who were part of the World Central Kitchen workers, right? Who were doing heroic acts, providing humanitarian aid. After what we saw, and you heard from the president, he was outraged. He was heartbroken. He wanted to have this direct conversation on how to keep humanitarian aid workers safe, protected, and also civilians, innocent civilians. And that conversation has been happening for some time. And so on protecting innocent civilian lives. I mean, that's one of the reasons, as I stated moments ago, why he wanted to make sure that his team and the Prime Minister's team came together to talk about their potential Rafah operations, because he believes that we need to protect civilian lives, and a major military operation was not the way to go. Understanding that there are Hamas operatives in Rafah, but we have to make sure that we protect innocent lives here. So they had a very direct conversation. That is because they've known each other for many decades. All right, everybody, thank you so much.